Alrighty, so first question here. Based on the average teacher salaries for the states in the South and West, where would you prefer to teach and why? Okay, let's make sure that, well, first off, let's make sure everything in our data set says South and West. South and go West. Yep, so far so good. Cool, yeah. In order to do that, we're gonna want to see the average salary compared to each region. Okay, let's make sure I have those here. Boom, and seems like I did. Just want to double check. Okay, cool. So here, okay, got some different points. These are the average salaries, what a typical teacher would get in the South compared to the census broken up in the South and West. I like that. That's nice. Let's see. I want to see what's the average, the mean of my data set for each. For each one. Okay, so West, the mean average salary, or the average salary in the data set that we had. What is that? Is that 53,646? Okay, it's not bad. But over here in the South, it's a little less. It's 50,950. Okay. Huh. Well, a little smaller than that. Well, let's keep going here. Don't want to be too hasty. Let's look at... Ooh, a box plot would be really good at teaching us this. Oh, interesting. So these plus signs... they're outliers. Okay. So this right here would be the mean... the median. The middle value of my data set. What number is that? Let's see if we can show up here. Median. Oh yeah, this red line here. 48,720. Compared to here, 52,969. Oh, also, this is a pretty big gap between the mean and median. It's because of these outliers. Yeah. Wow. What's the District of Columbia? This District of Columbia. Wow, getting paid nearly. What is that? Nearly $75,000. It's not bad. But, I mean, over here. I mean, what's the likelihood? I mean, that again is an outlier. What's the likelihood of that happening if I teach there? But in the West, okay, I got a bit more room here. Anywhere between $45,000 and $56,000. That's average. Not too bad. Overall, not too bad. Okay. But I don't want to just look at the salary. That would be selfish. Let's see what we got here. We got expenditure, so average amount of money spent per student. So, okay, that would be pretty good. So how much is typically spent for a student? Still the West is showing a bit more, not much difference, but a little bit more. So what the investment is on the region is per student on average. So anywhere between $10,000 as the mean. That's like the average. Let's see if we can show them other things. Look at standard deviation. Ooh, perfect. So the standard deviation is a bit larger compared with the West compared to the South. Okay, pretty good. Both of them still have outliers though. Not too bad. So if they spend that much on students, that means they have a pretty good source of funding, or at least steady funding. Not bad. The South still showing a little less of what they would typically spend on a student. Okay. Let's look at some other stuff. Let's look at what's that? Average revenue per student, number of teachers in the state. Oh, that would be nice to see. How many teachers are there in each state compared to the region? Okay. So in this region, this is in this data spot, it looks like the South kind of comes on top. There are more teachers in the South than there are compared to the West. Let's see, looking at the median, the middle values, 46,000 compared to 26. Wow, 26,000. That's the median, but let's look at average. Still a bit of a gap. So, okay, 47,616 in the West compared to, wow, 73,851. That's a huge gap. I mean, as a new teacher, I wouldn't want to be in a place where there's much competition. So still the West looks kind of good as far as a new teacher going to getting a job. Interesting. Let's see what the questions we might have and what the other question was. Explore other quantitative attributes in this data set and compare the distributions for the South and West using graphs and the map. Based on the data you've explained, in which region would you prefer to teach and why? Oh, beautiful. Okay, so let's maybe see here. In the map, per se, okay, kind of using the map, kind of staying away from the northeast region and northwest. This is purely west and purely south, so this area right in here in orange. So far it still looks like the west is better, has more opportunity, a bit better for the teacher. Now, let's think about the students too. Let's look at the ratio of students to teachers. Number of students per one teacher. Ah, perfect. Let's look at that compared to the South and West to see what we got here. Oh, interesting. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. So with the South, it appears that the highest that they have, there's only, what is that value? That's 16.5. I only have 16.5 of a person. It must be. That's a huge guesstimate. I would propose. They don't necessarily mean about 16.5 people per one teacher, because I mean, those are actual people. You can't have 1/2 of a person. Interesting. Okay, but usually there seem to be a lot less students per one teacher. Okay, that's not too bad. So life wouldn't be too hard, essentially, as far as dealing with students. But over here in the West, oh boy, look at that standard deviation from the mean. So basically the amount of variance that I can have between the mean. So the mean, the average students I can have is about 18. I'll say, I'll round up and say 18. Interesting. But I mean, the largest that I can have, possibly, what is that? It shows me 23 students. That's still not bad, all things considering. That's not too bad for one teacher. And then you gotta ask yourself, can I handle 20 plus students? Compared to the salary, compared to the region. Oh, I have to look at their acceptance rate too. Let's look at their graduation rate. Look at total number of high school graduates. Okay. Let's see which region gives the most. Oh, interesting. Okay. So slight variance here between the South and West. So typically, wow, look at that standard deviation from the mean. The mean, they're around 63,244 graduates in the West, compared to slightly more, 68,358 in the South. Okay. But this sort of troubles me, looking at their quartile range here. Quartile 1, which is the median value between the actual median and the lowest value in the data set. That's a bit more of a gap compared to the West, where it seems to be more of a sink or swim type deal. However, the standard deviation is a lot more, so it's a lot more broader than the South, so there's more potential for graduates. Because I want to make sure I'm going to good schools, at least. I've looked at student per teacher, number of graduates. So based off of looking at the salary for teachers between the South and the West, and looking at their graduation rate, as well as the population of students, I would still have to say the West is probably the best option for me as a rising teacher.